did not propose to let this partiality go on without making a satisfactory amount of trouble about it. Mr. Young reminded her that there was a stranger present. Mrs. Young said that if the state of things inside the house was not agreeable to the stranger, he could find room outside. Monstrance, but Mrs. Young cut it short. She said number 6 had got one, number 11 was promised one, the valleys of my realm. And argued nursery till the rats whistle him to death. On the soil. There was never anything on this earth like it. I knew you was a child, but I could not make those jealous mothers believe me.
I can't even. Oh, there we go. I got that.
There's the lake. Wait, that's a square lake.
Johnny, that's actually a triangle.
Mom, you need to make a film now. Do you want this in there?
I'm separating the whatever it's called. What is it called? Stores. I'm separating the stores.
The 3 stores you went
Anyway, the pan is rinsed out.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I will get going and.
Sorry. Just
Ben, are you helping Steven?
Yeah, I'm watching the windows right now. I'm never gonna do yours.
I'm gonna have to,
Oh, they're what?
I'm gonna have to get some tighter pants because these are. I think I'm losing weight again.
Yeah, you are. You're working hard and you're studying hard and you're barely getting any sleep.
All right,
Johnny, can you give Daddy a bite of that? It'll help fatten him up.
No, you can have it. You eat it. I already had some. Daddy shouldn't eat too much of that either.
Hey, you want to take some of my fat? If I'm to be your helpmeet, you can take some of my fat and we'll be evened out. Alright, it's not filming. Okay. Alright, let me start.
I'll help by putting some of this stuff away.
Okay. Alright, well, you saw some of our day today. I don't know how much we'll be able to piece together. I was trying really hard just to kind of be careful about not being too specific with where we are. Let's just say we're near, we're within a drive's distance of Fort Wayne. And so, yeah, things are getting a little crazy with food. As you can see, most healthy stuff is still readily available. And junk food is absolutely available. So no problem there, but the meat is, I had no plans on buying meat. And I was seeing the rapidly dwindling meat. And interestingly enough, like a lot of Sam's Club meat was discounted as it was like they're trying to clean it out. So I think it's really interesting how our country is just moving closer towards socialism. There obviously is no need for the government to order the slaughter of so many animals when obviously the food is needed. So I had no intention of buying meat, but because I was seeing where it was going, I definitely picked some up. But this is Walmart, and I'll show you what we couldn't get elsewhere. We just picked up at Walmart. So let me just kind of go through that. We have toilet paper, the coveted toilet paper. Actually, Only when the craze first happened did I not find toilet paper, but I had accidentally stocked up on it. When we were moving, I thought I didn't have one, and I bought one at Sam's Club when we went, and then literally like a week later, everything went berserk, and I happened to have extra toilet paper. So this is the first time I've had to buy it since everything. And except for Sam's Club, I mean, Walmart was fully stocked in Fort Wayne, and the one near my little town was fully stocked too. So anyway, we have toilet paper. It is late. I am tired. Okay, so I like to use these, especially in anything that has to do with like enchiladas or things like that. Rather than dicing a green bell pepper, this just has so much more really good flavor. What?
Nothing. I almost dropped all of the cans.
Oh, you helping Daddy? You helping Daddy? Wow, that's a big book. Okay, I've talked enough. Okay, so I have this beautiful daughter here who has decided to make several recipes this week. So we have spices that was needed. Cream of tartar. This is actually one ingredient I was surprised. No, Mommy hasn't gotten any of her chocolate. You just wait. Look what this is for. Do you know what this is for? This is cream of tartar. Now we can make dandelion Play-Doh.
You can make Play-Doh for yourself, for you to play.
I thought that was interesting. This is the only cream of tartar we could find at any of the places. I thought that was interesting that cream of tartar was sold out. Of all the things that people are stocking up on, cream of tartar? Okay. We have some ground cloves. I feel like we bought another spice. No?
I don't think so.
Okay. Our neighbor's birthday is next door, which picked this up because I know that it's my neighbor's favorite and her birthday's tomorrow. So we have that. I needed some kind of duster. I know. I could just use a slightly damp rag, but this is easier to reach when you need a little bit more. That, and it's good to hand to the kids to do. Like, it makes it more fun when you have that. So, have that. I needed pepper. This is what my daughter's gonna make. She's gonna make some. What are you making?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Okay, I feel like we're getting all. I'm gonna have so much editing to do. So we have some pepper, some baking soda.
Oh, my hands are freezing.
We'll just go with that. Some more pantry items. Some cheese. I'm trying. You can see how well I'm doing at limiting our dairy. So, what can I say? We're in the farmlands up here. And then they did not have any of the frozen butternut squash, but they had this one. And so I thought this would work really well with the kale for that chicken soup recipe I really like. I will try to make that and show you a video of it because it's made with rotisserie chicken. And it's so good. We have some feta cheese. Daughter needs that. Some heavy whipping cream. Again, daughter needs that. This is the almond milk we get. That's good for drinking, not necessarily for cooking. So we have some sour cream. Some vanilla. That's what you like to eat, huh? And I got the large curd. Dadgummit. I prefer the small curd. Oh well.
Why you got the large curd?
Well, if you see me getting it and you know that I don't normally.
I didn't see you get it, but when I got home, I was like, why did you get the large curd?
Because I didn't notice. And then coffee creamer. I was looking for some dairy-free options, but I don't seem to have any in my area. They didn't have the one that I normally get. This one's a little bit more expensive. That's okay. Soap is soap. Have some nails. That's my chocolate. Whatever's left of it. Mommy's about ready to have her period. All she wants is chocolate. These are beets that we're going to have for dinner. Those look good. Like I said, if you are worried about food shortage, the only thing that I did not really see a shortage being is the fresh fruits and vegetables, and that is actually the best thing to be eating right now. And I will be trying to share with you ways that you can do less meat type of foods. And I know that's been a request, so I will try to get that for you. But honestly, just use more fruits and vegetables.
Mom, we cleaned out the car.
Thank you, Ben. I know that enough protein is a big factor, but you know what? I keep thinking of Daniel right now and his steadfast and devotion to the Lord, and the Lord provided. And so even in this crazy time, I think we need to remember that the Lord will provide. He has said that we will not go hungry, even if we don't have a well-balanced diet. God will take care of us, and I think we just need to remember that. So, but we'll do what we can with what we have. So I'm going to share that with you. These are the only corn tortillas we could find. So they'll actually work the best for fish tacos, which is on the menu for this week. Because I have some fish that I need to use up. Okay, let's try to finish this up. So we have 8 cucumbers here. That seems to be the average of what we go through a week. Cucumbers are 58 cents here. I know I have not shared with you all the prices, but I will give you a complete total of what we paid at the bottom of the screen once we finish a store. So we have cucumbers. This is zucchini. These are some avocados. I have to say, I think California avocados are just so much better. They're just not picked ready here, or they're overdone. And nobody seems to know what a good avocado tastes like up here. There's some bacon bits. This is really good for like potato soups. Putting in quiches, just kind of flavoring things. So we get that. Another thing my daughter needed, and this is hard to find. Molasses has gotten really difficult to find. This is cilantro. This is really good for a variety of things, but this was for the fish tacos, but my husband will just put it on salads and eat it as it is. Celery, always a staple. And let's see, I think we're down to the last. You might have to walk around, Emma, to get those. Okay, so I don't know if you can guess maybe why these are in here, but that's that. And then Walmart only had red and white paracord. And they didn't have much of that anyways, and they didn't have anything else. And my son's, as you might have seen in our other days' lives, he's been trying to make more, and this is all they had. So that's what we got. And then I'm going to work with both of my daughters on this. I thought it was so lovely, and it kind of, I really think it would look good in my kitchen here.
Somewhere in our kitchen.
Oh, it's a disaster.
I know.
That's what it looks like. I just think it's needed in here, and it's good practice. And then I got this dress. These are so nice. They almost have a linen feel to it. Now, I am very amply bosomed, so I need to wear something under it or kind of bring this up somehow. But this is such a nice dress, and I thought it would be very nice during the summer. And it's actually only $19.97, not $25. So I have this one, and I have my blue and white one. So that's what I got from Walmart, and I will put the total down here for you. Now we'll move on to Sam's Club or Aldi, which would be easier.
We do Aldi.
Now we'll move on to Aldi. Okay, it is my first Aldi trip.
Woohoo.
I've never been to Aldi before. That was an experience. Not sure what I was expecting, but it was definitely very interesting, and I will for sure be going again. Insofar as price comparative, I don't know. I can't say for sure how much savings there'll be. Some things I found that they were about the same, some things maybe a little bit more, and some things a little bit less. So I will do what I can to kind of share with you. So this is a 20 ounce of gluten-free bread, and it's Live G-free. This has, let's see, and there's a reason. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we would have about 8 sandwiches here. The bread we get at Walmart is $5.47, so it's about the same price as this. And it can make 7 sandwiches. So we have an extra sandwich in this loaf. So there's your price comparison. And the ones at Walmart are not a GMO-free product. So if that's something that mean something to you, there you go. They also had this for $3.99. It has 6 wraps, so I would probably have to split one of these with the 2 younger ones. And I just wanted to try this. There's a recipe on the back, but I love spinach wraps, and I've never seen a gluten-free version. So the thing about gluten-free is that it goes moldy so fast. They usually have a lot less preservatives in it if you get the good stuff. Can you help Dawn? And so it tends to get moldy really, really fast. But I did not see any mold on here. I looked pretty good, and so I will probably just put this in the fridge and try to keep it good as long as I can. But anyway, sharing that, and then they had these 2 things. These are, you have to cook these, and I could not find a use by date on them, which I thought was really interesting, but I couldn't find any anywhere. Yeah, there I cannot find. So, but these are kind of like raw noodles, and then you cook them. So I have 2 here that I kind of wanted to try. And these were, oh, there they are. Okay. So June 22nd, today is May 8th. All right. And then these were about $3.99 each. So this would be $4 for just for your noodles. I don't know if anybody does like meatball soup, but this would be really good for meatball soup if you could get their pork-free made with turkey meatballs that Walmart has. And they come in like a big pack of 24 for $5, I want to say. It might be, I think it's $5. But you can divide them up into 12 because they're hunkin' and you don't need a ton. So for my family of 7, I would easily just be able to give everybody 1 or 2, because those things have just enough meat, and that would help with your meat, and that would bring, $6 for your main course. Throw in some veggies. You've got a pretty affordable meal there. We have some spinach. Always need spinach. My daughter, I think, is going to eat all the mangoes before we get to that. We have some mozzarella. Do you know how much this 1 pound bag was of mozzarella? I think Walmart is like $2.74 for a pound.
I don't remember how much.
Okay, and then they had the plain kefir at Aldi. I have not seen plain, and then I believe if I remember how to make kefir correctly, all I need is this. Even though it's cultured, all I need is this to continue making more, so I can make my own. And then we got 1 blueberry and 1 strawberry. They were $2.75, I believe, and they're $3.20 something at Walmart. So that saved a little bit of money. I'll let you do that, Emma. We got some plain yogurt. I use this a lot with breakfast, especially with soaking grains. I do like half a cup of water to a tablespoon of yogurt, and then just as much as I need. So if I need 2 cups of water, I'm going to use about a 1/4 cup of yogurt. So, and then we have a ton of cream cheese for obvious reasons. We're going to do crepes at some point. You can come in. It's okay. We're going to do crepes at some point, and then my daughter's going to make the cheesecake. And so these were $2.75, and they're like $4.29 at Walmart. So I got a couple of these. These are the turkey. They don't have the best ingredients, but they're not too bad. Oh, they do have corn syrup. I was like, oh wait, they don't have corn syrup. Yeah, they do. Their butter was a little cheaper than Walmart, so we got 2 butters. I don't really need butter this week, but if it's cheaper, then we're just going to put some in the fridge. And then Handsome, I got this for your birthday. This is his favorite. And it was only $3 for this. Your favorite? I thought it would be really good on like biscuits or something.
Yeah.
So that's your birthday present. Happy birthday. We have some chia seeds. This handsome man, he makes the best chia seed pudding. And so since I'm looking for different breakfast varieties, I know you can make this the night before. And so sometimes I think it'll be a really good Sunday morning thing. Do this with some, you know, fruit. And then we'll like let it sit for a while in our stomachs during church. And then we can have a more healthy meal. Quinoa. Okay, Aldi has the best price on quinoa. So this is about $6 at Walmart for a 1 pound. This was like $4. So, and this is organic. So this has been the best price I can find on quinoa. Quinoa is super high on your protein. So we were talking protein options. If you can get an Aldi's, go get some quinoa. They have a limit of 2. And so for a quarter cup, where we go? So for a quarter cup, you are going to get about 6 grams of protein. This is, I believe, cooked. I believe this is like cooked quinoa. So if you get like a half a cup of quinoa, you're going to get 12 grams of protein, which is really good for your seeds. And then chia seeds, let me figure that. This for 2 tablespoons, it has 6 grams. So even less. And you can sprinkle this on salads. You can sprinkle it in smoothies. You can do so much with this. So there are some other options. And these were really affordable at Aldi's. I think these had the best price. So I think this was like $3 for this bag. And I already told you the price of those. So there's some other options. I don't like to buy sugar. I need it out of the house. I need it to stay out of the house. But when your beautiful daughter says she will make you food, you say, okay, what do you need? So she has this one, and then we have this one. And both of these are organic, non-GMO, but still really bad for you. So use with caution. All right, and then we had already gone to Sam's Club and gotten fruits, and this was actually a better deal at Aldi. I will put down here how much they were. They are California strawberries. Guys, that is probably the one thing I really miss about California is its strawberries. They were so delicious, and this would be like the end of the season for them by now. So these are definitely going to be ripe and delicious, and I will show you in just a minute how I know they are so good. And then we have some beef broth. That's what I need. I don't like this at all. I am still recovering from my childhood, but I have 2 boys that have never had it and were begging for it. So I will suffer and let them suffer and eat that. And us ladies decided we would do a salad instead. Grapeseed oil. This was like $4 for this whole thing. For grapeseed oil, that's really good. And it's a non-GMO. I remember a smaller bottle being about $8 at my local grocery store back in California. So definitely got that. That is a really good oil for high heat. Okay, now we've got our favorites to use in smoothies. I'm going to get these in the freezer. So we have mangoes, which is our personal favorite, and they only had 1 left. So we've got pineapple, which I am highly sensitive to pineapple. It actually acts like an alcohol for me, so I have to be very careful with that. So, and then gluten-free pretzels are like $5 a bag, and this was $2 something. So again, I'm just going to put this up, and we're going to save that for when we go to church. And after church, we're usually starving. I do not know how much the chocolate chips were.
I think they were about the same price as ones at Walmart, like $1.69.
Okay. Then we have these things that we have a project for. And then before we found the gluten-free bread, we had found this. And this is sprouted wheat. Now, if you're sensitive to gluten, if you're allergic to gluten, stay away from it. If you're sensitive to gluten, use with caution. And so we're going to try it. So far, the ones we have tried have not been good. The best ones has really been Ezekiel bread if we use it once in a while. But there's something with Ezekiel bread that actually grinds in my teeth, and I tried not to buy it anymore. And we have plenty of bananas. These were 25 cents a pound. That's the best price I've seen. And then this is penne pasta. Price comparative wise, it's about the same as Walmart. And then Papa, we found some German style sauerkraut with your favorite ingredients. Cabbage, water, salt. No vinegar. This is Aldi's, $1.69 for this big thing.
Oh, wow.
Walmart's is $1.89 for a smaller
Half this.
jar, which Walmart's is, so Walmart's for a 16 ounce is $1.89, and they only had the beer, which isn't too bad, it's just not our favorite. So the only difference between these two is that theirs was organic. This is not. So, and then this one is 24 ounce. So this 1.5. Okay, so 1.5 the size of the other one, and we got 2 of them.
4 of them.
We got 4 of them. Yes, there was a limit. There was a limit 4. I also don't like to buy these. These are not healthy. But we have been begging for them to make crepes. And so I got some to make crepes. And then I had seen on somebody else's channel, maybe Heavenly Minded Homeschool, that they had some maxi skirt or nice skirts and maxi dresses at Aldi, and so we checked, and unfortunately they don't have my size, and they only had one that she could wear. And so this is what we got. This was $10, I think, or $12.99.
$12.99.
And then this was $10, and the reason we got it was, like, seriously, how adorable is that? And yes, those are blue cactuses. I know they should be green, but they're adorable, and so we did pick up that. We got some cheese. This is a good price. This was a good price, and that was a good price. And then this was $1.79. And then we have some burgers in the freezer, and so we're gonna do these with burgers, which I never do. But what I love to do is I love to top my burgers with mashed avocado, and that kind of makes a filler on it, and it's so good. And that's just one other way, again, just to kind of make things stretch a little more. Everybody only gets one burger. I'll probably make some kind of sourdough biscuit thing to go with that. Okay, so that was Aldi. I will put the total here. And all we have left to show you is Sam's Club, and then my grand total. So if you wonder if the fruit from Sam's Club is good, this didn't make it home. Not with a van full of kids.
I didn't get any.
Here, recycle. I didn't get any either. Alright, so here we have a Sam's Club. I will put the total. We got some of this. This is organic protein, and so I will be putting this in our smoothies. And hopefully this will also help cut down some of the dairy use that we do, because when I want a protein in the smoothies, I will just use like the cottage cheese or the yogurt and the things like that. So I'm hoping this will help kind of cut it down. But I have a kid that desperately needs to get more protein in her, and we're seeing if that'll help. So we have that. We have 4 dozen eggs here. And we had a little accident. It was wonderful. Don't step on the eggs, crunch. So we have, this has the best price. I think it's like $3.36 for 2 dozen farm fresh brown eggs. Really good deal. We have some peanut butter, but I have a daughter that cannot do peanuts. So we have some almond butter. And then we've got, this is the one that I've been doing. This one is, unfortunately, this isn't the best price. It went up, like, I think it went up $4 from last time we got it, but we did get it on sale last time. But the ones that we're getting from Walmart, this is still cheaper than trying to buy a little container from Walmart that only lasts our family like a week and a half. So we have some of that, but they have this, and I think it's $10
Yeah, sounds right.
for 2. And then they had the best price on maple syrup. I probably should have stocked up on that, but oh well. We need to be more careful with our maple syrup anyways. This is dinner, but this is also bone broth and some leftovers that I need for that soup I'm going to show you how to do. And that just helps stretches meals, and that's what all this is about right now. This is probably the bulk of our cost right here. So, this just getting a little bit of these is a great way to get, just to make sure that you get your protein. Now, I really want to talk about protein here for a second. Do your research.
Protein is overrated.
Hey, you summed it up perfectly.
It can be overrated, just like.
Hey, Dr. David, what is your opinion on protein?
I don't know. I don't have all this.
I'm gonna do this. Okay, this is what I would like you, the viewer, to do. Your research. In 1950, protein intake increased dramatically between 1950 and 1980. From 1980 till now, it didn't just double from the 1950 to 1970. It actually like quadrupled. So people nowadays are pushing protein, but I think we need to kind of think about really how much protein do we actually need. I think if you put enough good fruits and good vegetables in your body, if you're really active, and let's be honest, not a whole lot of us are super active, but we eat the protein as if we are. If you're not that active, you don't need all that protein. We like meat, so we are a big meat society, but you don't necessarily need that much protein. There's that whole eat your blood type thing. Even that was kind of eye-opening to how much protein people actually need. People that are type O tend to need more beef, and because the iron and things like that. Like I said, I'm very limited in my knowledge. I don't retain things as well, but that is something that I did retain, especially in trying to make things stretch. So I stress again, do your research on protein, but also little bits throughout the day just to sustain you. Kids tend to need more. If you have more of a sitting job, you're not going to need as much protein. You're also not going to need as much food. The food is fuel. If you think of it as fuel, if you keep putting lots of fuel in a car that's not moving as much, it's going to overflow. So there you go. Take what I said with a grain of salt. I am not a doctor. I do not claim to be. So let me throw in that medical disclaimer that everybody says, and check with your doctor. See if I'm right. Okay. This was like $5 for a 2-pound thing of granola. And the ingredients are pretty clean. Not the best, but they are also gluten-free.
Gluten-free.
So, pretty good ingredients. So there you go. And I had not planned on buying meat. However, when I went to Sam's Club, my whole shopping trip changed because I was seeing things just wiped out. And I won't go to the grocery store every single week. I also actually have room in my freezer right now, so I was able to do this. And I was just like, you know, if I need it then and I can't find it, I can take this and make it work throughout, you know, several weeks. But if I have nothing and I go to the store next week and there is nothing, we're going to be kind of stuck. So while it was there, I did pick up just enough. But we're going to, you know, really work hard just to be careful and do what we can do. So I have 2 things of meat that we're going to kind of divide up. This is $1.78 a pound, so that was pretty good. The ground turkey was pretty much gone. Ground beef was still like, I need to divide this up. Ground beef was still like $4 to $5 a pound, which is just not in our budget. This is $3 a pound, and this has a 2-pack of 3-pound things, so we did this. That's just the better deal. If you need to, we can cut that open and then put the packages wherever we need to kind of put them in. All right, what do you need?
Use this for John.
Go and use it for, is he going to help you with the dishes?
No, he wants to watch me do the beats.
John. That basket goes on here too.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have beef broccoli, and I know I have some frozen in the fridge, but this was perfect, so I just went for that. It was actually a pretty good price too. And then we have some whole chicken that was available. This is the best way to do it because it's only 92 cents a pound. That you might have to cut in half, and then 4 pounds of sliced strawberries, good for smoothies.
It's cheaper than Walmart.
This is $5 for a 3-pack. And these carrots look amazing. These are organic, and they look at that. Those just look like healthy carrots. So we have some of that. We did have 2 of those. We had some blubberries. We have some cherry tomatoes. We have this that I hope lasts us till Monday. We have a 5-pound thing of cuties.
Goodies.
No explanation needed. Big thing of onions. Big thing of apples. We will restock our little snack thing. This was less than $1 a can. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are really good to make. There's a really simple recipe for cream of mushroom soup that's amazing. It is not Campbell tasting at all, which means it's good. And these are for my husband. After I talked about don't overdo protein, I got these because they had a lot of protein in them. I cracked myself up. But anyway, if I remember correctly, these are the ones that are Trim Healthy Mama approved. If I remember correctly. I don't know. Things change. And then, good pack of olives. So, oh, and then we had one more. Yeah, this big old thing of border chips. We actually had 2 of these, but we had one in the car. We always get a treat if the kids do really good in the stores. No, not right now. This is more for mommy. And then this is a 6-pack of romaine, and trust me, it will be used up before it goes bad. And then this, see how big those are? That is 14 for 2, which is one of the best prices I have ever seen. And that will go out to the homeschool room. So, I hope that was helpful for those of you that keep asking me for more of these videos. I will try to put together different meals that you can do with these, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, I'm editing this video, and I'm realizing I did kind of close this out, but also after our shopping trip, I kind of went to my husband. I'm like, look, you saw the fridge before I went shopping, and now you see it. It'll probably last us a little bit longer than a week, maybe. The children have literally been inhaling it. It must be springtime, and everybody's growing. Their clothes are like short. My son is literally wearing high waters right now, and everybody's just growing except for my husband, who's losing weight. I think they're sucking it out of him at night. Me, I can't lose weight to save my life, but I try. Anyway, yeah, it's just one of the questions I have been getting a lot is, you know, price comparison with California versus here. And right now, I have not seen a significant savings for us. I would say that we were trying really hard to keep $800, $850 a month back in California with our grocery budget. And I felt like, especially the last couple of months that we were there, I was not making it. And I was getting really encouraged by coming back here and seeing some of the prices, especially for eggs and things. But things have just gotten chaotic, and I can't stock ahead and put stuff in my freezer like I would like to. I just don't have the space. So I, was kind of freaking out by the total this week, and I was like, but I'm not going to have to buy a lot of meat. And so even if I average out, $150-ish, that's still, about what we've been spending. And so it's unfortunate, especially once you get to the fruits and vegetables, that adds up, and it's really difficult to buy for us. If it's the reality that it's $100 per person a month, you kind of average that out for your monthly meal budget, we are definitely going over that. I do not see us getting $700. Also, traveling and getting food can play a huge part in it. So, all that to say, I'm still trying to figure it out. To be honest, I really don't say I can sit down and figure out the kind of things to for us to eat, especially since we do a lot of fruits and vegetables. And when I start cutting back on that, I really see a huge increase in my husband's depression. He just really needs it. And I was like, well, we'll just kind of, you know, eat beans and rice while he's at seminary. And I'm probably going to start doing more of that. But the reality is I have the kids take after their dad and his digestion. And it's becoming increasingly difficult to kind of maintain a cheap diet. So I have to kind of think of, well, is it worth it in the long run if everybody is miserable and their stomachs are hurting to kind of maintain a cheaper diet? I'm really hoping to be able to get the garden going soon. We just had another frost night last night. It is May 11th. When is the cold going to end? I'm starting to feel y'all. I get it now. All those that are like, isn't California better? Well, I have to say, these last couple days, I'm starting to think, okay, I am sick of the cold now. I wasn't. It was okay. I was fine. I'm getting sick of it now. It's May 11th. Let spring in, Indiana. Whew. Okay. So, and in editing this video and putting this clip in here, it was really like, okay, here's a realistic view. And actually, honestly, if I hadn't committed to making this video, I don't know that it would have stuck with me how much, or like, you know, you see the food in the cart and you see the cart really full and you think, okay, you're getting a good bang for your buck. When you're starting to put food away and you're starting to see what you can do with it and things like that, then I was like, wow, okay, was this a really good bang for a buck? So we'll see, but that's pretty much all the footage I have. And now we're on Monday and I'm still kind of getting back into my groove because I would like to share with you kind of how we're going to make these meals. And so yesterday for meals, everybody was pretty much on their own, y'all. We had some of that soup left over, that vegetable soup. They heated that up for lunch. There was a little bit left over for dinner, and I think it was a fend for yourself because I was out of it. And I did not meal prep for my husband. I'd like to share with you kind of what we eat and so on and so forth. So what that's going to look like, I don't know. So tonight for dinner, to be honest, because I was in bed, I didn't plan anything. I have nothing going on. I don't know what footage you're going to see next week, but I'm going to share with you some of the meals that we're doing using the ingredients I bought. And I will try to give a realistic price range for each, or a realistic cost for each meal that we make. And so it'll probably just be dinners right now, just because I don't have any footage. I don't know. We'll see. You never know. I might change my mind on this. So anyway, you got a full kind of week in our life. No 2 days were the same. Everything was a little bit crazy. It was I know, really fun for my folks back home, so I'm really glad that they got to enjoy that. And you kind of got to see what a homeschooling was like. And now this week, we might just kind of have a very simple, easy homeschool week. I'm not telling the kids. I'm just going to see what they choose to do. Right now, I had 2 boys that woke up and jumped into math, and I'm on cloud 9 right now. But during this time, I'm going to be kind of redoing our homeschool, and I can't wait to share that with you next week. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.